right, Eli, this is really exciting. You've just moved into a new position at Coral Sea Property. However, you've been with the business for a number of years now. Can you tell me a little bit about what you previously did at Coral Sea?
Yeah, absolutely. So previously at Coral Sea Property, I was working as the property manager. That's how I started out with the business, and I worked in that role for a number of years. After that, I then transitioned into the role of the operations manager, where I oversaw the day-to-day operations of our property management department.
Fantastic. And you've just moved into a new role, the investor support specialist. Can you tell me a little bit about how that came about and why that was a role you wanted to take on?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing with that was the fact that our previous investor support specialist unfortunately had to leave. And there I saw an opportunity where I approached Regan and said I was really eager to take on the role and try something new.
Fantastic. All right, Eli, Saturday afternoon, the weather's nice, you're sitting outside, you're by the beach. What would be your favourite book to read?
My favourite book to read if I was sitting on the beach, it's very tricky. I don't really have a favourite book.
That's okay. No favourite books?
Yeah, not really. Don't really have a favourite book.
All right. What about, would you prefer to read a book or watch a movie?
I'll definitely watch a movie.
Watch a movie,
Yeah,
awesome.
kick back, watch a flick.
Fantastic. And if you were going to go on your dream holiday, all expenses paid, would you want it to be a cruise or would you want to stay at a island resort?
Ideally, if it was all expenses paid, it'd be both. But if I had to pick one, I definitely think a island resort would be my go-to.
Okay, fantastic. Now, this is a very important question. We've known each other for a number of years now, Eli, but does pineapple belong on pizza?
Absolutely it does. You can't go wrong with pineapple on pizza.
And you see, this is why we are such good friends.
That's right.
Now, next question. You're going into the fridge, you've just made yourself a nice hot pie, and you're going to go to the fridge, put some condiment on it. Are you choosing barbecue or tomato sauce?
It depends on what I'm getting. If it's a meat pie, definitely putting on barbecue sauce. If it's a chicken pie, I'll put tomato sauce.
Okay. And as a side question to that, does sauce belong in the fridge or in the pantry?
Jeez, I have this debate all the time. I believe sauce belongs in the fridge after it's been opened.
Fantastic. I believe that's what the manufacturers reckon as well. Alrighty, let's change it up a little bit. Marvel or DC?
Ooh, it's tricky. I do like DC, but I think Marvel edges it out.
Okay, all right, cool. Do you have a favourite superhero then?
It's Spider-Man. It always has been and always will be.
Fair call. All right, so imagine your life is being depicted as a movie right now. Who would play you in said movie? What actor would play you?
Oh, jeez. I'd love to say Tom Cruise, but I'm not really that good of a looker. If I had to say, probably Ben Stiller.
All right, cool. I like that. And what genre of movie would it be?
Ooh, I think a comedy.
A comedy? Cool. All right, now, imagine you have one of two options. You can either choose to go back in time or go forwards in time. What would you do?
That's a very tough question. I think I'd like to go back in time just to see how the world was prior to me being alive.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And if you could have any superpower of your choice, what superpower would you want to have?
I would love the ability to be able to fly.
The ability to fly. Cool. Eli, tell me a little bit more. What was your very first job?
So my very first job I ever had was as a virtual assistant for a small startup company called Yondo. They were a company that specialized in businesses being able to monetize videos, webinars, and consultations. And in that role, I learned customer service skills. I also learned various administration skills and team skills.
Awesome. And now we've talked a lot about career progression, but when did you realize that real estate was something that you were passionate about and something you wanted to do?
I think it came about because I'd been working with my previous role with Yondo for about 2 years. And after that point, I really just wanted to try something new and do something different. When I was on the job hunt, real estate wasn't the first on the list, but I did see the listing with Coral Sea and thought it would be a fantastic opportunity. And I'm so glad that I applied because it's probably been the best decision I've made in my life.
That's awesome. And look, this was back at a time where I was just working at Coral Sea as well. In fact, I think you were one of the first hires after I started working there.
That's right.
So it's been a number of years, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. What's your favourite thing about real estate then?
My favorite thing about real estate is the fact that every day is something different. You're always interacting with new people, facing new challenges and learning new things. The fact that it is so dynamic is sort of what keeps it interesting and is what keeps me motivated.
Yeah, awesome. And why should people call you if they need help in real estate, if they're an investor looking at getting in the market or they are about to rent their property out? What is it that you can help them with?
I think the reason that people should call me is because I am an expert in the real estate industry. The reason for that is because I have been working in this role now for a number of years, not only as a property manager, but also as the operations manager. Because of that, I've been exposed to a wide variety of situations and have also undertaken various amounts of professional development and training courses. Because of this, I've built up a vast range of experience and I'm able to provide our clients with the best guidance possible.
Now, Eli, I know over the time you've worked at Coral Sea, we've had a fair few number of awards that we've received, but you received a couple of ones personally yourself as well last year. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I did. So last year, I was the recipient of the IGT Property Manager of the Year. I was very shocked when I heard my name called, but I was extremely grateful that my colleagues thought that I was worthy of a submission. So thank you very much to the team for that.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. Is there any other final words you want to say before we wrap it up?
Not at this stage, but honestly, I'm just really keen to get started and meet new faces.
Yeah, awesome. Fantastic. Great.